Hello student, I am Imran Ali, assistant professor from Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida. Today I will be discussing about national income. What exactly is the national income? What are the basic concept of national income, and why national income is important for any economy to measure it, and what are the related concept of the national income such as GDP, GNP and NNP. So, these are the basic things that I will be discussing about to discuss the basic concept of the national income, what all about is the national income, what are the difficulties when we measure the national income, what are the different factors that we have to take into account while measuring the national income of a particular economy. Next, we have to distinguish, and we as a student need to understand what is the exact differentiation between GDP, GNP and NNP, because sometimes the students are confused, or they have some confusion whether these three terms are similar or they have some sort of differentiation. Next, it is to outline the importance of per capita income, which is the income of an individual, that if the per capita income of the population it is increasing, how it is going to add into the economy, what advantages the per capita income would have, how does it impact to the planning and strategies of the company that company formulate for market and consumers. So, I would like to beginning with the national income. As the concept says, national income is obtained by multiplying the output of goods and services by their prices. So, national income, it is the total value of the goods and services produced in a particular economy. So, we will be understanding that what and how the national income is measured and why national income is important. As I just said, the national income, it is the totality of the valuation of total goods produced into a particular economy in a particular year. So, national income indicate what is the economic status of a particular economy. Does the economy is increasing, or economy is facing certain problem, because of that economy it is not growing. So, just see, any investor that came from abroad or any businessman that decided to invest into our own economy, first try to measure and analyze what is the exact state of the GDP of the country. I mean to say, whether the GDP it is growing or whether the GDP is facing certain challenges, due to that the GDP it is not growing. If we look at the current scenario, in the first Q of financial year 21, the GDP into the first quarter was contracted by 23.9%. Into the second quarter, it was contracted by 7.5%. So, due to COVID, there has been several sectors which are not performing as per our expectation, or the performance of the several sectors was under it was less than the expectation. So, just because of the COVID-19, GDP of India has been negatively impacted. And it is not about the GDP of India only, it is the GDP of France, or it is Britain, or it is United States of America, or several part of the world that whose GDP it is negatively impacted due to COVID-19, because businesses are closed, companies are not able to operate, manpower is not available there, the companies are finding difficult to procure labor and the raw material, supply chain issues are coming there. So, due to COVID-19, as of now, most of the economies of the world are facing that their economies or their GDP it is impacted negatively. A year before or so, Prime Minister Modi has planned that our economy is going to be will be a 5 trillion economy. So, our projection was like that, but since this COVID has came, then achieving a valuation of the 5 trillion economy would be a difficult task. So, national income is what economic activities are happening and what is the valuation of the total economic activities into a particular year. That economic reflections is being reflected by GDP or national income of a particular country. Even the investors who are coming from outside India or FFIs who are going to invest into India, they would like to see the statistics of GDP or national income before they decide whether they have to make investment into your country or not. So, from the importance point of view, it is important from investment point of view, it is important from the economic health of your economy, whether your economy is growing or economy is facing certain challenges, whether the sentiment into your economy are positive or negative. So, just nutshell we will define national income, it is the sum total of economic activity, and these economic activity into a particular year of a particular country is positive or it is negative. I mean to say it is going to be contracted. But once we estimate the national income, there are certain difficulty that we face, and estimating the national income or calculating the national income, it is not as accurate and sometimes we face certain difficulties also. For example, into the national income only final goods are to be taken into account and final goods must be taken into consideration. Semi finished goods will not be taken into estimation or into calculation. If we take semi finished goods into calculation, goods will be counted multiple times or double counting will happen. Because of that, the estimation of the national income may be inaccurate or it is going to be greater than what actually the valuation of the national income is. So, we have to just understand, we need to just understand that only final goods has to be taken, the semi finished good or intermediary goods has not to be taken into account. Just an example, into the supply chain of a company or into the supply chain, there are multiple layer or multiple player. It is the supplier, it is the intermediation, it is the distribution, it is the retailer, and so if we will take into account the multiple times, then the estimation of the national income it is going to be wrong. So, we finally had to take take only the finished goods, not the intermediate goods. Next challenge into the estimation of the national income is whatever we produce, we sometimes do not take into account or into the calculation of the national income. For example, the agriculture produce, most of the agriculture produce either we kept for our self consumption or for exchange. So, the amount of the produce that we kept for our own consumption consumption at home, that will not be taken into account, that will not be taken into the consideration while we are calculating the national income. So, there will be certain challenges that the national estimation will be less than what exactly the values of the national income must be. So, the national income has certain challenges, they have certain issues that we have to take into account while we are calculating the national income. There are three basic related concepts of related with the national income. First, it is gross domestic product. Next, it is gross national product, and next it is net national product. So, the GDP is the sum of money value of all final goods and services produced in a country during a year. So, whatever the goods and services has been produced within a particular country, its valuation or its sum total, it is known as the gross domestic product. And this gross domestic product is important to know, and it is just important to understand, because it is the reflection of the economic health of your country. It is the reflection of the economic sentiment of the investor and the consumer into a particular economy. Just day before, China has come out with its GDP numbers. Its Q4, the estimation on numbers is that it has increased by 2.3%. I mean to say the GDP of China is in positive, and it is into the positive at a time when the rest of the economy in the world are having negative GDP, or their GDP is being contracted severely, like Britain and France, whose GDP is severely impacted, like Saudi Arabia, Qatar or Bahrain, whose GDP it is not performing good because the demand for the crude oil is not good. So, the GDP it is what? It is the reflection, it is the economic sentiment that the peoples are having into your economy, and whether the consumers are having positive sentiment or negative sentiment. When we calculate the GDP, we calculate GDP at two parameter. First, it is GDP at factor cost and GDP at market prices. GDP at market prices is what? It is the prices at which consumer buy or at which the transaction take place. So, when we will calculate the GDP at the market prices, we will minus the subsidy and plus the indirect taxes. We will minus the subsidy and plus the indirect taxes. Why it is so? Because when we calculate the GDP at the market prices, our subsidy portion or subsidies amount is not to be borne by consumers. It will be given by government to the producers directly. Okay. So, this subsidy amount will not be taken into account while we are calculating GDP at the the market prices, but indirect taxes has to be taken into account, such as GST, custom duty, because the consumer is supposed to pay those. So, if I am calculating on the other hand, if I am calculating GDP at the factor cost, GDP at the factor cost means it is the cost of production. It is the cost of production that the companies are supposed to incur while they are producing certain goods and services. So, GDP at factor cost is to be calculated as GDP at market price minus indirect taxes. It is because consumers the consumer have to pay the indirect taxes, not the company itself, and subsidy portion has to be added, because the subsidy portion will goes to the companies, not to the consumer. So, we have to calculate GDP at we have to adopt two approaches. First, it is GDP at factor cost and GDP at market prices. I recap: GDP factor cost, it is the cost that the producer or the company incur while producing goods and services. And when we will calculate GDP at factor cost, we have to minus indirect taxes, because it is to be paid by consumer, and subsidy need to be added, because this portion of the subsidy will be paid by the government to the companies. On the other hand, when we will calculate GDP at the market prices, our indirect taxes will be added, because consumer has to pay the indirect taxes, and subsidy is to be minus, because subsidy is not to be paid by consumers, but government will pay to the producers directly. So, these are the two approaches to way that we will calculate the GDP. It is GDP at the factor cost and GDP at market prices. Next, it is the this is the figure that we can take. It is we have to calculate the GDP at market prices. So, we have taken the figure for 2001, 2002 and 2003, 2003 and 2004, and we are being given GDP at factor cost, GDP factor cost and indirect taxes and subsidies. So, once we have to calculate the GDP at market prices, what we will have to do? We need to add into the GDP at factor cost, indirect taxes has to be added, and the portion of the subsidy has to be minus. So, we will come with the figure of the GDP at market prices. Okay, so this is the GDP at the factor cost. It is the indirect taxes. It is need to be added into. It is the subsidy, since it is to be paid by government directly to the consumer. It would be minus. So the exact this GDP at the market prices will came into existence. So it will be similarly we can calculate for all three years how the GDP is need to be calculated. Next, it is about the gross national product. Gross national product, it is what? It is the GDP plus the income that we are earning from abroad. GNP is the aggregate final output of citizens and businesses of an economy in a particular year. So, this is how GDP plus income that we have earned from abroad. Now, we have to take into account it is the era of globalization. Multinational companies are operating not only into a particular country, but across the globe. Their subsidiaries are present in different part of the world. So, whatever GDP of our country is, if we add income earned from abroad, that will become our gross national product. So, gross national product will have a reflection of whatever amount or whatever earning we have made from abroad. So, this is this similar we have a figure for similar year. It is 2001 to 2, 2002 to 3, 2003 and 2004. It is the GDP at the factor cost. It is net income from abroad, and it is GNP at market prices. Okay. Now, here we have to take into account our GDP is greater and our GNP at market prices is less. If you see the figure or calculations, you will come to across. Now, why does this difference happen? This is because that to the world we are paying more, and from rest of the world we are receiving less. So, once our receipts are less than what we pay to the rest of the world, then our GNP may be less than the GDP, and that exactly it is being reflected into the picture. If you say in all these three figures, it is what? It is into minus 18,109, it is 15,566 minus, it is 3,166. So, what do we? It is being reflected, or it is being that we are receiving from the world less, but we are paying more. I mean to say, multinational companies or foreign investor from India, they are taking away more from Indian economy rather than the Indian economy is receiving from abroad. So, this we have to understand because it is important. Once our outflow are more or greater than receipt, this situations might be arises, or this situation will happen. Next, it is about the net national product. It is the net national product. It is about GNP minus depreciation. Depreciation, it is about, it is because continuously some wear and tear happen. It is because of the capital goods over a period of time keep on losing their valuation. So, once we minus depreciation from GNP, we will have a numbers called it is NNP, called it is net national product. So, the net national product would subtract, or it will minus the wear and tears or the depreciation that are happen in a particular financial year. Then there are two important concepts that we had to understand. It is real and national income. National real income and nominal incomes are two important concepts that we had to take into account while calculating the national income. Nominal income, it is estimate at prevailing prices. So, once we are going to calculate the GDP of a particular economy, if we are calculating at current prices, it is nominal income. But when we calculate GDP at the nominal prices, it has some issues and the problem that we are taking into account inflation also, since current prices has been taken into account. So, some of the it is better that we need to take a base year and rather than taking the current year, because if we are calculating the GDP at the prevailing prices in which the inflation has also been taken into account, then there will not be any real reflection of the economic health of a particular country, because inflation is also being taken into account. On the other hand, it is real national income. Here we do not take the current prices, we do not take the prevailing prices, we will take a base year and then we will calculate the national income or GDP of a particular country. For example, in the 2021 we have taken the base year of 1998. Okay. So, the prices that has been prevailing in the 1998, that will be taken into account rather than the current prices that are prevailing today. So, the distinction or the major difference between the real national income or nominal national income is, nominal national income, it is being calculated at the current prices, whatever prices are prevailing into the economy as of now, where the income, the inflation, it is being taken into account, and into the real income we will take a base year, as I took the example that rather than taking into account the prices that are prevailing in 2021, we will take a base year of 1998 and then we will calculate the figure or count the figure of GDP, that it is being known as the real national income. Now, why it is important to understand or estimate the real national income, because the inflation for any particular economy, it is not being considered good. It is the general tendency, it is the general situation where the prices of the goods and services are increasing continuously or consistently. So, once we feel like that the prices are continuously increasing, it is very difficult to reach on a exact situation or exact amount that what will be the GDP of a particular country or the particular economy. So, this is just to recap, I had talked about what is the GDP. GDP, it is about the total valuation of the goods and services produced into a particular economy, and GDP, it is what it is, or the national income, it is what it is, the economy valuation of the economic activity into a particular economy. I also shared with you that as of today several countries are facing problem or their GDP, it is continuously contracting because economic activities are not happening as they should happen, or their countries are closed, their GDP are continuously getting down. So, we have find out the there is a negative impact on the national income. I also told you when we calculate the national income, we had to take into account that intermediary goods should not be taken into account, only finished goods or final goods must be taken into account. It is because if we take into the semi finished good, it will be doubling or double counting will happen. Next, there are certain goods that we produce for our own consumption, for our self consumption. So, that self consumption good will also not be taken into account and it will be a reflection on the other hand. Then there are three major methods to calculate the national income. It is GDP, it is GNP and it is NNP. So, GDP, what does it do? It is the valuation of the total goods and services produced into a particular year. So, whatever goods and services are being produced within the territory of a country, its valuation, it is known as GDP. GDP, once we calculate, we can calculate GDP at two approaches: GDP at factor cost, GDP at market prices. GDP at factor cost, it is the GDP at factor cost, what it is the cost of production and at which companies are producing their goods and services it is the GDP at factor cost, where subsidy will be added and indirect taxes will be minus. Why does it happen? Because subsidies are to be given by government to the companies, because if certain goods are essential for the poor people also to be consumed and they are unable to afford or they cannot pay that much prices. So, the government decide that of the total cost certain portion is to be paid by government and certain portion is to be borne by the producer, but the portion of the subsidy will not be borne by or will not be paid by consumer. So, when we will calculate the GDP at the market prices, we will minus the portion of the subsidy, but indirect taxes has to be added. I repeat, when we calculate the GDP at the factor cost, we will add subsidies and minus indirect taxes. When we will calculate GDP at this market prices, indirect taxes has to be added and subsidy portion is to be minus. Next, it is about the GNP. It is the gross national product, which takes into account the income that we have that we earn from abroad. So, our company continuously will keep on earning from foreign countries. Some of the our countries will earn from foreign countries. Multinational companies who are operating and working in India, they will also take profit portion from India to abroad. So, into the GNP we will calculate that income we have earned from abroad. Just we have to take into account, or we have to be careful whether we have earned more, whether we have paid more. If we have paid more rather than earning, our GNP valuation will be less than the GDP. In case we have received more, we earn more from other countries rather than what we have paid, then our GDP figures is going to be greater than the GDP figure. Next, it is about the net national product, that is NNP. It is the GNP minus depreciation, because the capital goods are not same into the valuation over a period of time. Their valuation or their economic prices keep on depreciating or reducing. So, once we will reach on the exact NNP, we need to be minus depreciation from the GNP. The two terminology that I distinguished earlier also, it is real income and nominal income. Real income, real and nominal national income. National income is what? When we take a base year to calculate the national income, note the prevailing or the current prices, it is real income. And real income is an attempt to deduct the negative impact of inflation. We will not take into account the current prices, rather we will be preferring to take into account the any base year. We take 1998, 1999 or any base year we can take. Next, it is about the nominal income, where we have to take into account the prevailing prices or the current prices, and in these prices our prevailing prices, inflation will also be taken into account. Now, next after the basic concept, it will be the method of the measurement. There are three basic method of measurement. It is product method, income method and the expenditure method. Per capita income, it is the average income of the people of a country is called as per capita income. So, per capita income can be calculated as total income divided by total population. Per capita income is important to know. It is because once the per capita income of the individual is increasing, it reflects or it shows that the economic prosperity is high, people can afford higher prices, or the GDP of a particular country is increasing. So, per capita income, per person income is also to be taken into account, and if it reflects the better economic prospect of a particular economy. These are the references that the student can take into accounts, and that is what today we had discussed about GDP, the related concept. It is GDP, GNP and NNP, and it is real national income and nominal national income. Thank you so much.